Afternoon, good morning, good afternoon. Ta-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to Luo English Dictionary. This is a review of the 5 words a day. Now, today we have surpassed the 50 days, 50-day challenge. We have done 50 days already, and there are 5 words a day for each of the 50 days, which means that you will now be able to learn 50 times 5. That is 250 words in a day. So this is going to be a review of the 5 words a day. This is a review of the 5 words a day. I'm going to go through most of the words and just give a brief overview. And also I will welcome any questions and comments and anyone who wants to just give feedback that will be able to support the channel. So welcome, and we shall be starting in a moment. Let me just look at whether we are live for real or we're just joking. Doug Atl. Wow, that's difficult. Is it Doug Atl? Thank you for liking the stream. That's a difficult name. Doug. Is it Doug? How do you pronounce that? Thank you for liking the stream. And everyone else, please share the stream with your friends so that they can just support. By sharing the stream, YouTube will be able to show your friends what they can do. And some people are looking for what to learn online, and this is a very good channel for learning. So let me look at the review. Let me look at the first 5 days, and then I give it a pause. So on day number 1, we talked about a batch. A batch, that's a noun, and it's paralysis on one side. So when something is paralyzed, you say a batch. Max Linux, thank you so much for liking the stream. Then we also talked about a baja, and the baja was the blade of a large spear. A baja. Day 1, we also talked about a baja, and we said, thank you, Margaret Kalori. We said a baja is watery food that has no flavor. Chiemo ma abaja. So watery food with no flavor, you just say chiemo ma abaja. Okay. Then number 3. And if you have comments, please just type the comments. I should be able to see the comments on my I believe I'm supposed to be able to see the comments on the screen. If I don't see them, then my stream host will have to take back their streaming thing. Abala. Abala is the action or process of causing so much damage to something that it no longer exists or cannot be repaired. Abala. Abala. Abam. Abam. Abam, sometimes called abok, is sideways. Abam or abok. Sideways. Like the rope has been tied sideways. So this abam is where the names such as Obama come from. Okay, so you'll see people like Obama and Abam, they have some relation. So, and there is a style, there's a hair plating style. It's called hair plating style that is called Obama, which means they plait your hair in some sideways fashion. So you can see derivatives of words are very important. Once you know the basis of the word, then you can start deriving most of the word. Then we move to day 2. And day 2, we talked about Abama. Abama might be crooked or twisted or out of shape, just like Abam. But also there is perverted. It's perverted, especially sexually, or someone with unacceptable practices or tendencies. Now, if you look at this picture, it gives you what actually Abama is. So this how you call it? This tree is Odongo Abam. It's grown out of shape. That's what Abam is. Good. And then Obambi or Abamba. Abamba. And you can remember this with those who stay in Kisumu. If you know Bunga Estate, there is Obambo, Obambo, or Mgongowasi. You remember Mgongowasi? Now, sliced dried meat, sliced dried fish takes the thing of Obambi, Rechma Obambi. That means fish that has been sliced and then dried. So that's where Obambo comes out. So Obambo means fish that has been sliced and dried. Then Abamba also means a spread eagle. Abana, folded over each other. That is Abana. Abanda. Abanda is continuously or unrelentingly. Bando now comes to the thing of asking someone for some, like asking for your debt. If someone owed you, then you'd say Adi Bando Otieno. So I'm going to get my debt from Otieno. Bando, Abanda. And now we look at Abang Chiet. Abang Chiet. Abang Chiet actually means, if you look at the mean, it means sparrow. It is a sparrow bird, but Abang Chiet means something that takes poop. That how you call bang? That takes dry poop and eats dry poop. That's a bang chiet. I don't know if the sparrow bird does that, but maybe the guys who are in charge of birds can let us know. So a bang chiet is a sparrow. It's a type of bird. And that's a picture of a bang chiet. Then we move on to day 3. Of course, we are just reviewing the 5 Luo words a day. And if you have questions, if you have comments, please just type them on the chat. I'll be able to see and respond to them. And I really thank you and appreciate your patience with this channel. However, and for pushing us to do the work, because sometimes it's very difficult to do the work, but somehow we get pushed to do the work. So let me respond to some of the comments. I noticed that some of the YouTube, the Facebook comments don't come here. So let me just get to the Facebook page in a minute, and then I come back to day 3. Let me just go into Facebook. Andy, Vincent, thank you so much for liking the stream. Please share the stream with your friends. I'm looking whether we have any comments on Facebook, because I notice sometimes our comments on Facebook, I don't see them. I only see them 2 days later. Then I'm like, oh my goodness. Wapi live. Yep, there are no comments so far. No comments so far. So let's move on to day number 3. Let's move on to day number 3, where we shall talk about the words like abanga. Abanga. And abanga means without an escort. So if you're taking tea, if you're taking bread without tea, then that is what we call the act of bango. Bango means taking without any escort. So achamo makati abanga. That means I'm eating bread by itself. Or abango makati. I'm eating bread without any liquid. Then abang tiang. Abang tiang is a harvest. It's usually harvest on tubers because tiang is one of the tubers. Tiang is sugar cane. We call sugar cane tiang or niang. So abang tiang is something after. Abang is after. So after sugarcane. So the sugarcane has been harvested. So what you get after that, that is usually just kept so that most of the time it's kept so that you just eat it in the house or so that it ripens later. Abara. Abara is bullying or quarrelsome attitude. Engi kido mar abara. He has a quarrelsome attitude. Engi kido mar abara. Then abawa. Abawa, bawo. Bawo is the act of patching. So patch on a pant or a part of a cloth is abawa. Bawo. So bawo is patching. Abawa. Then a beach. A beach, my students love this a beach because it has an English connotation. But 5 means mar a beach. Then Friday is teach a beach. And the word 5 is a beach. So a beach means 5. And you remember that days, when you're talking about days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you actually don't talk about Monday. We just talk about odiochieng ma okwongo mar ariyo. So teach work, teach ariyo, teach adek, teach angwen, teach abich. That represents Monday through Friday. Then we move on to day 4. And in day 4, we talk about abida. Abida is something that has been very well done. Very well done, or precisely done, or accurately done. So, for example, when you're speaking Luo accurately, we can talk about speaking abida. Owacho abida. That means speaking it very nicely. Okay? Abida. Then abiero. Abiero is a feminine name. Its equivalent for the masculine is obiero. And it comes from the word biero. Biero is a placenta. And abiero is someone who was born and the mother experienced an issue with the placenta. So if any issue occurred, then they get the name abiero or obiero. Remember that Luos were named according to events, according to whatever happened, according to seasons. So that is one of the names that are denote events. Abiero or obiero. Then abila. Abila is a small hut where the man would eat his meals in the evening and have friends over for a chat. But it's also a sleeping hut. Some Luos equate it to a cow pen. Abila really depends on where you come from and the socioeconomic background of the place. So if it's a place where people were well off, then Abila would just be the place where the man of the compound would just be coming in to kind of have a chat with his friends and, have some drinks in the evening. But if you come from a place where they were not very much socioeconomically empowered, then Abila would just be the place where the cows would sleep instead of going to their pen. So it depends on where you come from. But Abila is a small hut where the man would eat his meals in the evening. Remember that the Luos had mainly more than one wife. So what they used to do is they would all cook in their houses and then bring the food to the Abila so that they eat together. Then we have Abila. Abila. Same spelling, different pronunciation. The other one was Abila, but this one is abela. I don't know whether it makes a difference. Abila, abela, abila, abela. Abela is a sample, a food sample. So anything food sample, you say abela. Then abimbo or obimbo. Abimbo or obimbo. That's a species of red sweet potatoes. Abimbo or obimbo. And you know what sweet potatoes are. Boom. Then we move on to day number 5. I want to go until day number 10 and then give it a break. And maybe tomorrow we do day number 11 going on. Wagikuyu wa Mumbi, erokamano, asante sana. Thank you for liking the stream. So day number 5 talks about abiri. Abiri is opium. I don't know if it's legal to talk about it in YouTube, but abiri is opium. It looks like that. The trouble, it is the one that causes a lot of trouble with the drug use and all that. Then there is abiri. Abiri, sometimes it's called adoko. Adoko. It's starch from soaked dried sweet potatoes. Adoko. Then there is abirio. Abirio. And in abirio, I have to talk about the time. Teacher B should be Thursday, not Friday. Work teach Sunday. Teacher Rio Monday. Ngeso Friday. Ominde is saying that Ominde, you are giving us a different definition. Are you Adventist in any way? Because I know that would be a good way of saying it. Let me remove. Let me make the chat box so that I can be able to see well when someone writes. Teacher Beach should be Thursday, not Friday. Work teach should be Sunday. Teacher Birio should be Monday. Monday, Ngeso should be Friday. Well, Ominde, that is a big debate. What's pixies, the fruit in the Luo, and Prunus africana? Maurice Nyaturo is asking, what pixies? What's pixies? I don't even know what pixies in English, first of all. I don't know what pixies is, but let me search for pixies first before. Maybe I know it and I don't know the name. Pixies. Let me just search for pixies first. And then, so that I know what I'm talking about before I say what it is. This is seedless. The seedless orange. Pixies is called. It's called. I forgot the name. This is what I saw. Yes, I know. It is called. How you call it? Sandra. Pixies is called Sandra. The seedless one. This one. I'm seeing it from online. This is Sandra. Tangerine. We call it tangerine. So this is Sandra in Luo. Yeah, Sandra, the one that is seedless. Yeah, I think now I have never heard of pixies, but now I know. Pixies is Sandra. Okay. Then Ominde. This argument that teacher Beach should be Thursday. This one is an. Oh, tangerine is different. Then I don't know what pixies is. If you say tangerine is different, then I don't know what the pixies would be. But I'll look for it. I'll look for the pixies and then I'll come back and write it here. If I find it, I will come back and write it here. And thanks for bringing that to my attention. I've never even heard of pixies. It means I'm living in a strange world. I've never heard of pixies, first of all. Yes, I will. Once I get it, I will tag you. Once I get it, I will tag you. I will remember to write. Let me write your name here so that when I don't, sometimes my brain goes on a break. Good. Thank you. Now, we were also talking about 7, and 7 is abirio. As an adjective, it's abirio. But there are 7, like mar abirio means 7th, that is mar abirio. But now in the Luo language, if you go to sa abirio, you can see sa abirio now changes to 1 p.m. Now the time, I think we had a time video in one of our videos is talking about time. The time in the Luo language is taken from the time in the Swahili language. So you see Swahili says 1 o'clock to mean 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to mean 1, like they do the opposite. Like 12, if you say saa kumi na mbili, they actually mean 6. So you subtract 6. So that is the way the Luo time is also counted. So when you say sa abirio, it is 7, but you subtract you subtract 6. So you'll find that it is 1 o'clock. And that's one of the skills that people have forgotten about. So when you ask someone en sa adi, then they say sa achiel, then it might not be 1 o'clock, it might be 7 o'clock. Very, very good, very small detail, but it's an important detail to remember. Then aboda or abuoda. Abuoda is haphazardly done. Otimo abuoda. Opedo kitanda no aboda. Or opedo kitanda no abuoda. That means that they have spread the bed haphazardly, or they've done the task haphazardly. And Maurice is talking about Prunus africana. What is Prunus africana, first of all? Let me look for Prunus africana. And then I look at whether I know what it is, first of all. Prunus africana fruit. What is this Prunus? Hey, Akinyi Juma. Asante sana. Thank you and welcome to this live stream. Akinyi Juma is my long-time friend. Now, this Prunus africana, what is this now? Oh my goodness. And this is what I'm seeing online, huh? The Prunus africana thing. This is what I'm seeing. So I don't know what this is. Huh? Prunus africana. I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm going to search for what this is first of all, because I can't say what it is. It looks, for me, it looks like a what? Does it look like mapera, or what is it? Because the leaves look like those ones of mapera. But I will look at exactly what it is. I'll scroll through it and just see exactly how it looks. And then I'll come back. Prunus africana. Okay, some images are usually copyrighted, so I don't want them to give me problems. So I will they say it helps with cancer. Okay, I'll look at it, and it has large leaves. Huh? So those leaves are large. Let me just put my camera and look at it keenly first. Let me just look for. Maybe I know it. Mhm. Okay, the images I'm seeing images of something that I may know. I'll not display them, but I will come back and look at them. I'll look at it keenly and come back and give you feedback. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. So we talked about Abiria. Where were we? Aboda. And now we look at Aboge. And Aboge is edible grasshoppers. I may not have used the correct picture, but the ones on the right are the Aboge. There are so many in Entebbe, in Champala. When you go to Champala, you get Aboge there, they eat. And even in Luanda market, you get them, so much of them. So that is edible grasshoppers. They are fried they're shallow fried, pan fried. Is it, they say pan fried. They're pan fried and then you can be able to eat them. Very nice, very sweet. I don't know whether I can eat them right now, but when I was young, I used to eat them. But things change. So that's Aboge right there. Then now we move on to day 6. Day 6, there is Abogno. Abogno. So Abogno is a type of lamb that was born prematurely but somehow survived. So that is Abogno. Abogno. Then we move on to Abok. Abok and Abam, same. What's up? Abok and Abam, the same thing, and it means sideways. Abok or Abam. Then Aboka. Aboka. Aboka is boiled, and boiled maize is Aboka. There is boiled leaves. There are some vegetables that are boiled. You say a lot Aboka. There is boiled sweet potatoes or tubers like nduma. You say nduma Aboka. So anything that is boiled without, you just put in some salt and water, boil, that is Aboka. So whichever it is, you just put the word Aboka next to the name. So if it is Omuogo or Oduma, Mar Aboka, Omuogo Mar Aboka, Nduma Mar Aboka, and all that, Bo Mar Aboka, Omena Mar Aboka. Ew. Then Aboke. Aboke is paralysis caused by a stroke to one side. But we also talked about Abach. You remember when we started, we talked about Abach. So Aboke and Abach, same thing. So if someone is suffering from a stroke, then that is called Aboke or Abach. Aboke also means the goat or sheep ears, the long goat or sheep ears. They might also be called Aboke. The long ears, like the ones you're seeing in the picture. Yes, Njugu Aboka. That is groundnuts that are boiled peanuts or boiled groundnuts. That is Njugu Aboka. So Aboka is just boiled. Aboke, sheep or goat ears that are long like that. And then we moved on to day number 7. And in day number 7, we talked about Aboma. Aboma. This is not the picture for aboma. It is just an illustration. Aboma is something that is done without care or hurriedly. So, if you put something like if you stack some goods hurriedly and they look carelessly done, like they look carelessly placed, then you would say iketo aboma. Iketo aboma. So it's something that can very easily fall, you know. That's what we call aboma. Aboma. Then there is also oboma. Oboma, and sometimes some people call it aboma, depending on which side of the East African community you come from. Then some others call it nyalowo. Nyalowo, because nyalowo it was made from, how do you call it? It was made from clay, but it's a pipe for smoking. So like the one that this woman has on her lips, there is a pipe, and we call it nyalowo. Some people call it aboma. Some people call it oboma. So it was used for smoking. They would put in some thing, how do you call that thing? The Luo name is gone. The English name is gone. They would put in some dry leaves inside this space, and then they light it and smoke. I remember one of my grandmas was doing this. Then abongo. Abongo. Abongo is a bracelet made from leather. Abongo. Abongo. The next one is aboro. Aboro. Aboro is 8th. So the 8th one is called mar aboro. And then 2 o'clock is sa aboro, because that's 8. Sa aboro is 8. Yes, you said kwesi. Thank you. Thank you, Nyatworo. Kwesi and Nyatworo. Kwesi and let me go back to that thing. And Nyalowo. Almost same thing. Yes. It was called kwesi. Thank you for the reminding me. So that is the same thing. It was used for smoking. They just put some some tobacco or something, some leaves. I don't know what leaves they were putting in there. And then they would just use that to smoke. And we were talking about 2 o'clock is sa aboro. So that is sa aboro. 2 o'clock. Then Abu. I looked for the picture of Abu online. I didn't find it. But it is a wind instrument that was made from a combination of calabashes and an animal horn on the top. So wind instrument made from calabashes and an animal horn at the top as a mouthpiece. So the Abu was you'd put a small calabash and then a slightly bigger one and then a slightly bigger one, and until you have a very big calabash on the bottom. So it used to produce a very big sound, just like a trumpet, I think. So it was blown during important occasions, and one important occasion is when an elder passes on. That is an important occasion. To announce this, they would blow Abu. Of course, now we just tweet it online, or we put it on WhatsApp. But that is the equivalent of what they used to do. One of the very, very, very good ways of passing. I think it's because of, if you look at physics, Abu had the ability to pass a very low frequency sound to longer areas. So maybe that's why they were using it. That's the physics way. I'm thinking like a physicist, but maybe they had something different. But also they had smoke, you remember? Then there is also Abu. If there was an occasion where someone was dead, or there was a special occasion happening, then the Abu was sounded and a child was born, also that kid was called Abu. So Abu is gives you all that. So if you see someone called Abu, I don't know if you have someone called Abu, maybe their great grandfather was born when someone important passed away, or when something important happened, or when something was declared. Then I move on to day 8. We have 2 more days left. So day 8. We start with Abuba. Abuba. Abuba is gonorrhea. Tuo mar Abuba nyocha omake. Gonorrhea is Abuba. Abuba. Then the next one is Abudha. Abudha. Abudha is unsuccessfully done or very poorly done. It is Otimo Abudha. Like Abudha means it is carelessly done, or they didn't even take care of the basics. So that's what it means. Abudha. It's done Abudha. Abula. Ma en gwend abula. This is roasted chicken. Abula. So you can see abula is a... But abula does not only go to chicken. It can be chicken. It can be beef. Goat meat, camel meat, cow beef, pig. How do you call pig meat? I don't know. That one. You can put all that. They are called abula. Abula. Like that abula. That looks like Thanksgiving turkey. Abundu. Abundu is a small granary. Akano bando e abundu. Akano bando e abundu. So that's a small granary. Small granary. Then we move on to abur. Abur is a deer. Abur. Abur is a deer. Picture of a... Is this a deer really? This doesn't look like a deer to me. Yeah, this is not a deer. I don't think this is a deer. Let me just check. This might... I don't know. This might be something else in... these things. When we are making the thing, we might... Let me look for a deer picture. I was talking about antelope. Because there's an antelope and there's a deer. So then you find which one is it. Because the deer I know is different from the deer I'm seeing there. So this is the deer that I know. The one that I don't know if I'm allowed to show this picture. Let me see if I can snip it. See this deer here? This is the one I know. I don't know if antelope and deer are the same thing. Abur. But someone will tell me. Yes. Abundu and Dero. Maurice is saying that Dero. This might also be Dero. Yes, there is Dero, and I'll show the Dero when we reach the letter D. That is maybe in 150 days time. But the same Abundu is a small granary, but also Dero is a small granary. Thank you. That is a good one. Now this one is what I was saying. I don't know if this is the deer or this one is the deer or this one is antelope. And I think I had the name of the antelope, but I've forgotten. So one of them is the dero. Oh, not a dero, but one of them is the abur. But this is the deer that I see where I stay right now. This is the deer that I see, the one on the right. But this one is the antelope. Then I move on to day 9. And on day 9, we talk about abururu. Abururu. Abururu is a waterfall. Abururu. There is one in a game or in Yala. Abururu. Then there is achach. Achach is difficult or uncooperative. You see that, like the way that bull is doing it. It is being uncooperative. Achach. The word achach. Then the fourth one is achacha. Achacha. Achacha is something that causes confusion or that makes you unsettled. So weche go kelo achacha. Those issues that bring a lot of confusion. Achacha causes a confusion or makes it unsettling or bewildered or perplexed. Achacha is a niece. She's called achacha. Achak. Achak is milkweed. Achak is milkweed used as a vegetable, but it's also a species of a tree that gives white sap. Achak might also be a snake. Now, the snake that lives in a milkweed tree is called achach. So achach has 3 meanings. First of all, it is the milkweed itself. Then secondly, there is a snake called achach. Then thirdly, there is a species of a tree called achach, which has white sap. When you cut its bark, it produces white sap. Acham. Acham. Acham is left-handed. Racham is someone who is left-handed. So if someone is left-handed, you'd say en racham. En racham. That is someone who is left-handed. En racham. En racham. And then the last one, which is on day 10. Remember that, first of all, we have done 50 days. And I was just reviewing day 1 through day 10, which means I was reviewing 50 words. And you can also find this in our playlist. There's a playlist on YouTube. Our YouTube handle is Luo English Dictionary. So all you need to do is just go to Luo English Dictionary, then get to the playlist section of our channel. Then you'll see the 5 Luo words a day playlist, and I've arranged them from day 1 all the way to day 50. I was supposed to do day 51 today, but now because of this live stream, I'm not doing it. I'll do it tomorrow. So, and this review might also be helpful just to remind you and to give you an idea of how to pronounce the word, how to say the word, the spelling, and and some tidbits about the word. So not all is lost. So in day 10, we talk about achama. Achama. Achama is some money that the bridegroom, is it bridegroom? The man who is going to pay bride price, he gives to appreciate the bride delegation. That is called achama. Achama comes from the word to be eaten. So achama is just money that to be shared among the delegation. Then achama might also be something that is edible. It could be a fruit, a vegetable, cooked food, drink. Achama, something that you can eat. Then achama could also be. Then there is achany. Achany. Achany is the foot and mouth disease. It affects the domestic animals, cattle, sheep, cows, donkey, paras, aluoluo, all those other. Achany. And then there is achaye. Achaye is disregard or indifference or disrespect. In a sentence, you can say, in kod achaye nikech pod in nyathi. You have a lot of disrespect because you're still young and you don't know how the world works. That is achaye. And our final word of the day is achecha. Achecha. Achecha also means sideways. So those are the 50 words that we talked about today. And thank you so very much for those who liked the stream, those who participated in the stream, and those who gave suggestions. And what I'm going to do is I will continue with the day 51 through 100. I hope that we make it to 100 and then we just make it better. Please send this live stream to your friends. Share the link. Also, tell your friends about the 5 Luo words a day channel, in our channel, the playlist. It's a very great way to learn the Luo language. It's not intrusive. It's very short. The videos are less than 3 minutes, all of them. So all you need to do is just look at the word, look at the sentence, and if there's a picture, you can learn from the picture. And I'm hoping that this will help you learn the language as you go. Now, before you go, before we leave, usually I say that I must promote my channel. So when you go to Luo English Dictionary, let me just go to Luo English Dictionary. When you go to our channel, there is this join button here. See this join button? If you click on that join button, you can actually support us. And the reason why we want you to support us is because we want to make better content and buy better equipment for doing this. And the only way to do that is to get money. Now we don't have the money to do this. We are just doing this for fun. But if you want to, you can support us so that we can at least get some money to do it. There's 3 ways of doing it. First, there is the bronze. The bronze, you pay $1.99 a month. That's about 200 shillings, Kenya shillings a month. And the thing is, you can stop paying when you want to. You can pay for 1 month and just forget about it. There is also silver. Now, silver, you pay $4.99. That's $500 bob a month. And then there is gold. In gold, you pay $9.99 a month. And that's about 1,000 shillings a month. And we thank all the people who have supported us so far. Thank you so very much. We have we shall be utilizing this money to build the channel to ensure that the Luo language is promoted not only in Kenya but all around the world. So thank you so much, and those who listened to me and those who participated. And I want us to end this live stream now. In case there's anyone who has a question, please hit our inbox. Our inbox is luoenglishdictionary@gmail.com. So you can just, and you can also go to luoenglishdictionary.com. That's our Facebook. Not Facebook. We are in Facebook, we are in Twitter, we are in Instagram, we are in all these places. Now, you can go to those places and just hit us up, DM, send us an email, and we shall be very, very glad to respond to some of your issues. Otherwise, thank you for listening, and it's now 12:03 p.m. my time, and I wish you well wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow when I'll do day 10 all the way to day 20. Oriti. Goodbye.